specify that it's integration by parts. Okay, we've got two things multiplied together, two different functions, in this case of t, but don't let that put you off. Okay, so again, by parts, thinking about our acronym. Logs, have I got any logs? No, I don't have any logs. Algebra, I've got my t term, and then I've got that big trig term. So this tells me that my u term is going to be the algebra term, because a comes before t in the acronym. So that is going to be t, and then dv by dx is going to be cosine pi by 4 t. Okay, so just before I carry on, I'll just quickly write out the formula for this. So remember, it's integration of u dv by, in this case, by dt. Sorry, yes, I've made a few little arithmetic errors here. By dt with respect to t, and that's going to be u times v minus the integral of v times du dx du dt, again with respect to t. So I've just modded the formula to ensure that it's all where it was x before, it's now in terms of t. So differentiating with respect to t, my u value gives me 1, and integrating v. Now we know, if we don't know, let's quickly draw out our little thing to help us. Sine x differentiates to cos x, differentiates to minus sine x, differentiates to minus cos x, differentiates to sine x. So the arrows are for differentiation, so if I'm going the other way, cos x integrates to sine x. But what happens to this little value in here? We take the reciprocal of it, so it's 4 pi sine pi by 4 t. Okay, important that we get that. Familiarise yourself with when it's cos 2x and cos 3x and cos 4x. Once you're happy with that, you should then be able to see how that one's come about. So let's put everything together. So using our formula, u times v, so I've got 4t over pi of sine pi by 4t. So that's my u term times my v term, and I'm subtracting. Now luckily, or skillfully if you like, this is 1, so I'm just having to integrate my v term. It's the whole point of this, that we should end up just having 1. I'm not going to go as far as saying nice, but relatively straightforward integral to do that. So I've now integrating sine, so that goes to minus cos. So keep this bit the same. So then I've got that minus, and it's going to go to minus cos, so there's going to be a minus. This thing here is still going to be the reciprocal, so we're going to end up timesing 4 over pi that was there before by another 4 over pi. And then I've got my cos pi over 4 t. Okay, and that integration is now done. So final answer, 4t over pi sine pi by 4t. Minus a minus is a plus. I've got 16 over pi squared, timesing those things together, cos pi by 4t. And have I got limits? No, I don't. Plus c. Let's make sure that we do everything by the book.